Welcome back to this edition of Live Fully with Naketa Ren Thigpen, balance and relationship advisor, empowering power couples and potent humans all across the world so they can self actualize and optimize from their wholeness, creating beautiful multi generational imprints of legacy that they actually want repeated. Say that 10 times fast. Absolutely. Today, as you can see, I have my good friend, my brother from another mother, Rich Laster, the guru of all things grow and expand. He really helps a lot of companies, mid-size and above, typically with their multi-million dollar imprints that they're creating. But he started to pivot over the last year, really helping those people who were reaching out, like female entrepreneurs that said, hold on, Rich. I know you're working with the big guys, the big girls, the big dogs out there, but I want to be that too. So how can I get my pitch right? How can I make sure that I'm communicating my message clearly so that when I'm in front of the right people, they can see how powerful I am so I can help them grow and expand in whichever way, relationships, intimacy, all the things that I
Mm,
might personally do. So he has stepped down a few steps to come and reach his hand out and say, "Come on, girls. Come on, guys. Come up here with me. So let me help
yes.
you introduce yourself to this other world that really, truly needs you." Rich, welcome to Live Fully. How are you today?
I'm good, Nikita. Thank you so much for that introduction. Magic Johnson said something in an
Yeah.
interview a few years ago that your introduction made me think of right away. He was criticized by a young player who had just
Mhm.
entered the NBA. They came to him with a pitch. I've got an idea. This is
Mhm.
going to be hot. And Magic was like, I'm sorry, the deal size is too small, but good luck." "Oh, what? Oh, man. Oh, man." But
Mm.
Magic responded very appropriately for the Live Fully broadcast audience. The same energy it takes you to make $500 is the
Come on.
energy it's going to take you to make $10,000.
Come on.
How high are you aiming? And are you ready to play there?
Yes.
Right? So, y'all have Nikita to thank for so much.
Mm.
The pitch support that we do, it's $200. I give you a pitch template, and a week later, you have a 1 hour session with me to go
Mhm.
over your pitch before you talk to any venture capitalists or private equity firms. That was her idea. That was Nikita's idea.
Stop it, Rich.
Like she's like, bro, you should really
Mhm.
like this is major.
Yeah.
And now we've pivoted to helping people who are you're amazing at what you do, but you will never be able to sell it effectively. We have a staff of 7 so far
Mm.
ready to be your outsourced sales representative. So
Nice.
so there's nothing stopping you except your ability to actually connect with the people who are willing to pay for the magic you bring to the world,
Mm,
right? For
mm,
the
mm.
value that you offer the market. If you're not getting in front of, talking to,
Yeah.
and purely, I mean purely, like authentically focused on how you help them, then no, you're not going to have success.
Right.
There there are no shortcuts. There's no get rich quick anymore.
Come on.
There just isn't. And it's it's a little disgusting to me, but the thirst is real,
It
right?
is.
It's like, okay, yeah, sure. The economy is shrinking. Now that the
Mhm.
election's over, you're going to hear out of DC a lot more rhetoric about America needing to brace, right?
Mhm.
So the rest of this quarter and first quarter of 2023 are going to be the unveiling of the recession we've already been in. What you're doing right now, listening to Nikita talking about how vulnerability aligns with you growing a business. Are you comfortable enough to actually stand up and focus on doing what you're actually good at? Do you realize people would pay you for that?
Yes.
There are so many people chasing titles. I have watched people, and when asked, I'm honest, and they called me an a-hole for it. But like, you need honesty. If your title has changed 5 times in the last 2 years, you haven't figured out what you want to do yet. And this is the real lesson for all of us.
Yeah.
You haven't stopped and sat down and said, who am I? What do I really, what's that one thing I want to do? Like,
Yeah.
figure that out. My
Yeah.
messaging has pivoted, my marketing has pivoted, it always will. But I have been a sales expert for the last 25 years,
Mm. Mm-hmm.
right?
The
You
foundation. Mm-hmm.
That's my foundation. So
Yeah.
in my growth and my maturity, I just get better at what I do and how I add value to the lives of badass women and men who are like, yo, I've got this business idea that's going to change the world. Yo, help
Yes.
me turn it into money, Rich. Cool. All
Yes.
day. Let's go.
Rich, make me rich.
Make another rich. Hey, let's do
Exactly.
it.
Exactly. I want to point out something. So, for those of you who are brand new to the Live Fully edition, which is like our powerhouse 10 to 15-minute conversation we have somewhere between once to twice a month, a lot of it is going deeper into phenomenal experts like Rich Laster, who've been featured on the Balance Boldly podcast, which, if you haven't checked it out, small plug, pull it up on any podcast player, Apple, Spotify, iHeart, you name it, you can get it. Alexa has it too. But if I talk to her, she might start talking to us during the middle of this live stream. So I won't say the name, but you can get it everywhere. And Rich, just like a month or so back when we had him featured on what we call the BBP, the Balance Bully podcast, you you talked about a lot of phenomenal things and you were dropping gems left and right from your
Thank you.
vulnerability. You, of course, you could suit it and boot it, cigar smoking, be like, listen, I walk in $1 billion rooms too. We can have that conversation, and let me talk about something that's powerful for me, that shift me personally, the person inside the professional, that made me stand out differently as a leader in my business and in the way that I work
Mm,
with my clients, with how we audit them, how we assess them coming in,
yeah.
how we accept them in the first place. That alignment stood out for me in a big way because you were
Mm,
coming from this space of like, listen, behind the scenes, nothing
yeah.
directly to do with business, something with me and my dad, something vulnerable, something precious, which you guys can listen to the BBP to hear all of the details.
Yes.
That made me look at who I'm attracting differently and how I'm
Mm,
aligning myself to accept them. And for me, that helps your company grow, expand, stand above the noise. And I know without you saying it, but I want you to share a little bit more on it, how it's also helping your clients do the same.
so I'm going to make this as short as possible. That is a great question.
Yeah.
First of all, Dad, I love you, man. Like, my dad is awesome. Watching my dad over the year grow and mature is, I think, one of the things that let me know that even though you're strong and you're
Hmm.
smart, there's always room for growth and
Yeah.
maturity. And this dude, like, mad love for my dad.
Yeah.
That said, you know, it's uncomfortable sometimes in a tribalist society, in an imperialistic society, to be bold
Yeah.
enough, balancing boldly, to be bold enough to stand on who you actually are and be okay with that.
Come on.
Because you're
Hmm.
instantly going to be a polarizing individual in the circles you move in. And let's deal with that. You're going
Yeah.
to polarize. So 85% of the people you ever meet will be sheep.
Yeah.
They're going to hate you
Mhm.
because
Mhm.
you're trying to do something. 10% are the dark evil lords of the Sith.
Mhm.
They're trying to figure out how they can make money off of you, how they can get your magic for free. And 5% are going to be like, wow, like we should sit down for some fun and talk about that. Figure out how I can help you.
Yeah.
And because that's awesome.
Mhm.
Yo, go for that.
Yeah.
Those are the 5% people that that's it. So when
Yes.
you look at the marketplace, oh
Mm-hmm.
God, I feel like it's Sunday. It's time to preach.
Come on,
When
take
you
me
look
to church.
when you look at the marketplace and you
Mm-hmm.
see all these consumers and all this noise and these
Mm-hmm.
people who like last week they were like doing something completely different and now they've got a shingle out there and they look like they're competition for you. They're not.
Right.
And the real buyer, your ideal client profile research should tell you this. The real buyer knows that.
Yes.
When you are bold enough to be vulnerable enough to only do what you are actually good at doing and continue to learn and sharpen that saw and get stronger and get better at it, all of your messaging is going to grow with you. It's going to continue to
Yes.
pivot. The people you attract is going to grow with you and continue to pivot. But to Nikita's point, like my intake process is 4 hours
Yeah.
and it pisses a-holes off,
Yeah.
right? Because they're like, I just wanted sales help. I don't why are you prodding into my business and my goals? Because if your consultant isn't clear on who you are and what your goals are, they're not really trying to consult you.
Mm, mm,
They
mm,
just need
mm.
another client on the books to like check off. I promise you they'll drop the ball.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's not what you need. I'm a hand holder. I like literally principal's quarterback out of DC. They can tell you like I fight for my clients
Mm-hmm.
like like Mike Tyson. And I'm so serious, you know? I'm so serious. Like I take it personal because
Yeah.
that's why I learn them.
Mm-hmm.
Cuz what I do, that's my brand. That's all the brand I need. I don't need the fancy marketing. I don't need to be an influencer
Yeah.
because I don't want to influence the masses.
Come
Let the
on.
preachers, TD Jakes can do that. He's
Mm-hmm.
good at it. I love him. He
Yes.
is what I consider an influencer.
Mm-hmm.
Me, I'm over here in a niche.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm a healthy, vulnerable, heterosexual man in
Mm-hmm.
2023 when vulnerability is still taboo, which is
Which
what?
is wild because it's a sign of strength on so many levels when you're strong enough to be vulnerable.
Listen,
It's an amazing differentiator in and of itself.
right. Our society globally, on average, teaches men to be tough
Mm-hmm.
and puts the strong label on it. Fighting somebody who stepped on your shoes, fighting the guy that stole your girlfriend, that's not strong.
Exactly.
That's
Exactly.
weak because you have now put your ability to earn. We can stop right there. Your ability to earn has been threatened because you're going to a cell.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Be a hippie all you want, be a hotep all you want. If you are not generating 4 times what it costs you to live in this society, you're on the wrong side of the hamster wheel.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Listen, you mic
I-
drop right there. Like you said a lot from being strong enough to be vulnerable, being honest with what you want more of, being willing to be uncomfortable, to get awkward, all of the shedding that's necessary in that 2 to 4 hour auditing process when you're assessing
mm,
people in their intake. They have to show you that they're willing to do what it takes. And if you're not willing to, I'd rather quote unquote waste the 4 hours vetting you
listen,
than spend
yes,
3, 6, 8, 12 months or longer with you and hating answering the phone or seeing your name pop up on my calendar because we're scheduled for a session because you really never actually gave me what I needed to help you become my next success story. And I hear you on multiple levels. I hear you as a leader saying, let me protect my
right,
team by making sure that we do our due diligence, as challenging as it may be, because four
right,
hours is a long time, right? For you, not just for the person,
right.
and all the preparation and then the report that comes after it, like all of that stuff that you're doing, but it saves you so much in energy as well as time and money, because you think about how much we pay to attract the clients that are hopefully that 5%, that 1 to 5% of the population that we really want. When you
Right.
think about all the stages that you speak on, you think about the podcast interviews you're doing, the live streams that you're doing, this is all time, which is also money, to make sure that your right people hear you. And I'm
Yeah.
not even talking about the shaking hand, kissing babies that happens in the, networking environments when you're trying to create connections. I
Right.
didn't even add in the phone calls, the discovery. I didn't add in any of that. That's
Right.
all money and resource that you're putting in to attract the person who is, I'll dare say, worthy of your 4 hours. That part. So I hear you completely. But
Pray.
listen, I'm about to wear my maracas. Hold on.
Oh God. Are you worthy today? God. Ah, come on now.
Listen.
Listen.
Oh, honey. Oh,
My it's funny you say that because my mentor is like, okay, we literally I'm getting suited because we have an afternoon meeting with somebody in from Australia,
nice.
and it's like, okay, I'm gonna need you to start charging for that intake process because
Hmm.
that is a better gatekeeper.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I'm like, hmm. And then you're like, so what do I charge? He's like, blah, 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 500.
Hmm. Hmm.
And what they get for the 500 is a scorecard analysis of their business. I was like,
Yes.
huh,
Yeah.
okay. And
Absolutely.
then they know if they need your help. They know if they're ready for your help. They they can just say, Rich, let's rock and roll.
That's right.
Or they can say, all right, I think I'm going to try this on my own. As they listen, cool.
That's fine. Go ahead.
Walgreens, CVS, Dwayne Reed.
Hmm.
There's a Dwayne Reed on every corner in New York. Listen, Dwayne
True.
Reed has crutches.
Hmm.
So when you fall and bump your head,
Hmm.
you ain't got to limp by yourself.
That's right. That's
Dwayne
right.
Reed has crutches. If you really want to keep guessing at it, like literally
Hmm.
for signing up for our newsletter right now, this is brand new. This is 24 hours old. For signing up for our newsletter right now, you get a free strategy roadmap for
Wow.
planning out how to do what you say you want to do better.
That is phenomenal, especially right now as we're in the last quarter of the year. And for the
Listen, it's
late
holiday
bloomers,
time. Nobody
yeah,
cares about you and what you're selling right
come
now,
on. You're right.
right? If you're
You're right.
cold calling right now, you've been sleeping all year.
Hmm.
This is
Hmm.
warm calls. These are warm appointments
Yep.
times. This is when you break out the
Confirmations.
eggnog. This is confirmation.
Hmm.
January is okay. We're launching this project,
Yeah. Yeah. I
right?
1,000% agree on so many levels. I also think it's a gift, a timely gift that you're giving for every new subscriber to your newsletter who has been a late bloomer and didn't do their 2023 strategy and planning yet. And it's another confirmation that it's really never too late until you decide that you're not worthy. There's that vulnerability again, that you're not
Right,
worthy of getting up out of this funk wherever it was that you were before you came in a contract with this live fully edition, like the contact, not contract, but you can
right,
sign a
right.
contract if you want to. That's a whole different conversation.
Y'all better
But
sign a contract.
like that's a whole different conversation. But I think that that's a timely gift that I want to make sure we put the link to that at the end of the live stream so it's there, as well as,
Growexpand.com/subscribe.
see, I was just about to say you ahead of me two steps, Rich.
I'm with you.
I was going to say, how can people get in contact with you? But you answered it already. I love it. Growexpand.com/subscribe.
Yep.
Right. All right. That is perfect. Any last parting words to everyone who is new to you today?
If you're new to me, I am a human,
Yeah.
and you are a human, and the labels you've been wearing aren't aligning with the passion that's burning inside of you
Yeah.
and the value that the world is waiting for you to bring to it.
Mhm.
Like, get that straight with Naketa. Hire Naketa. Get clear on that.
Mhm.
Get that healthy level of selfishness. Learn how to
Yes.
balance boldly, and then call me when you're ready to make money.
Oh, I know that's right. He said, "Get right, then come on over."
Listen, it's a
I like it.
process.
Yes.
You can't have
Yes.
a life coach before you have a therapist.
Right.
A
Right.
life coach is like, come on, you can do it. But if
Mhm.
you are broken up here,
Mhm.
no, 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 baby.
Mhm.
Horse, cart. Oh, I wish I had a witness in here. Somebody talk.
Do you guys see why I love him so much? This is, you think this is for this moment. These are all of our
Yeah.
conversations.
My
Just so
great great
you're clear.
granddaddy was a preacher. We got preachers in the family. I apologize.
Nope, no apology necessary. My spirit is already jumping. I'm trying not to throw my bunny slipper across the room.
Help!
Okay.
Somebody.
You are awesome. Thank you, Rich, again for not only showing up at the BBP, the Balance Bully podcast. Make sure you guys get
Always.
that episode, but also for carving out space today for Live Fully.
Anytime. Thanks for
It's
being out
awesome.
there for the people. They need you.
Thank you.
Naketa, they need you.
Thank you. I receive. I receive. No question. All right, everybody. Thank you again. We will see you in just a few weeks. So, if you are experiencing some differences from the lunar eclipse, our moods are all over the place, our energy is different, we're questioning our questions. Just understand, to Rich's point, you are human. The moon is literally just shifting you, but you need to pay attention to what's happening on the inside, because there are messages trying to get through all the noise, all the busy but not productive, all of the trying to do it yourself instead of getting guidance. They're trying to get through to you. Just make sure you open up yourself so you can receive. And if you need anything from me, there is a link on my calendar right here. Whether
Y'all
you're
better
in,
get on her
I know
calendar.
that's right, because it's full, like 6 to 8 weeks out. You better get on now. But it's here, the LinkedIn bio section or Twitter bio section. Make sure you do. And I look forward to helping you activate your joy. Talk soon.